Good afternoon. How are you? Fine.
Represent yourself.
Okay, my name is Adil Abdullahi Ahmed. Family name is Muhammad. 28 years old. I'm in Ukraine hostage.
What is considered a good salary in Somalia?
It's in the government works. If you are working with government, that is already corruptions, you will get good payment. Otherwise, you will depend on who is outside sending money for you.
Tell me the amount that is considered a normal monthly salary in Somalia.
You can say $200. You can live a good life for 1 month.
So, you're 28 years old. What is your educational background?
Computer applications.
When did you leave Somalia and for what purpose?
Okay, I left Somalia on last year.
And how did you leave your country?
Yeah, aeroplane. From Mogadishu to Addis Ababa to Moscow.
As far as I know, Somali citizens need a visa to enter Russia. Did you apply for one? If so, how much money did it cost you in total?
There is some office inside Somalia. They are finishing the paper inside Kenya because there is no embassy of Russia inside Somalia.
And what type of visa did you have? How long was it valid? And how much did it cost you?
I have a tourist visa for a 3 month.
And how much did the airfare to Moscow cost?
You can say 400.
You spent a total of $900 to leave your country and get to Moscow.
Yes.
As far as I understand, that's a lot of money for your country. Where did you get the money?
Yeah, relatives. My uncle, my this one, they are counting money because they want me to go outside to let them back the money.
Yeah, understand.
So you arrived in Moscow on August 8th. Did anyone meet you? What happened after you arrived in Russia? Once you got here, what happened?
The first day I came to Moscow, it's a visa for 3 months. I came to the airport Domodov, I think Domodov.
Domodedovo.
Yeah. Nobody met me outside. I only alone. I was having $200 in my pocket. I pick up taxi and I searched for hotel and I stayed to the hotel. After that, I'm searching for the factories.
How long did you stay in the hotel? How much did it cost you, the hotel?
I stayed only 3 days because the 4th day I met one Syrian guy and he brought me to his factories, and the factory have a place to stay. It's not famous, it's normal.
Did you like it in Moscow?
Yeah, according to a person who is from Africa, when he see Eastern Europe, it's a good country.
Have many people from the African continent flown to Russia, or don't you know about it?
No.
When you flew to Russia, was the plane full of passengers?
Yeah, full. Nobody is. I'm the only person who is from Africa because all people there, they are talking to me and taking pictures with me.
Where did you meet the Syrian? What did you talk to him about?
Me, I was searching for the factories. I went to one factory and I asked for a job. They said we don't have. From them, there is another Syrian guy who I work with them. He was in that factory. He took me and told me I have another place to work. You are ready? I said, yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready for work.
And what kind of salary were you promised?
In the first, they told me we will give you $200, and I was happy. And since I came inside, they told me you have to pay for your place to sleep. So they cut $50. So my exactly salary is $150.
And the food, what were the food expenses
No,
like?
they are cooking there.
You?
No.
There.
The people together, you know.
How long did you work at the plant in total? All combined.
I worked only for 3 months maybe, or 3 months.
Were you paid fairly, all of your paycheck?
Did you pay it fairly? with no corruption, machination, or something like
No,
this?
no, corruption is there also.
Because
Because I don't have papers for work permit. They didn't pay me as the time, and also when I'm leaving, they didn't give me my last salary.
How much money total did you make in the 3 months that you were there at the factory?
They gave me only $300 exactly.
What happened after the factory job, after the visa expired?
My action is searching for another job, for getting right for my papers in Russia, but I didn't find anything unless I went inside Moscow and I saw the posters of army. After that, I decided to go inside the army.
When you were looking for a job, were you told that you needed a Russian passport?
No, they didn't. I didn't ask. I just went by myself to that office and start asking them, what's the provide things you will give me? They said we will give you money and passport. As soon as that time, I know about that.
I see. Do you know the average salary in Moscow and what it is? When you were paid $100 a month, that's 10 times less than the minimum wage in Moscow.
10 times.
10 times less.
I think this is because of the corruptions, because I don't have papers, so they can rule me as they want.
Moscow is among the top 10 most expensive cities in the world. The average salary in Moscow is not less than $1,500. That's $1,500.
1,500.
Yes, per month.
Do you realize you've been lied to by everyone? At every step of the way.
With
Yeah,
you.
blame me. Yeah. Yeah, I know they're blaming. Yeah.
How many hours a day did you work at the factory? And what kind of work did you do there?
I supposed to work every day from 9 o'clock till 10 o'clock in the night.
From 9 to 10.
9 to 10. If I want a break for one day, I have to ask the manager, he's the Syrian guy, and I have to tell them a good excuse that I have to take the holiday.
Did you know that in Russia, it's forbidden by law to work more than 8 hours a day?
Do you know this?
No,
Were all the workers foreigners, or were there also citizens of the Russian Federation?
she was a girl from Russia. The other people from Azerbaijan, I think. And,
What was your relationship with each other?
normal. They laugh. They just try to finish the work as soon as possible. The manager come inside because when he came inside, everyone is silent. He cannot speak.
Have you walked around Moscow? What did you like most of all, and what did you dislike about the city?
No, I didn't see disliking things. Only good things. The lights are the famous thing, the Kremlin, the Red Square, and the other people there are like you can say kindly good. They don't have little bit racist like this.
And how do you feel now, after you found out that you were cheated?
I didn't change my imagination, but I felt bad little bit because that Syrian guy is manipulating me because of my situation. If I could go back there and have my passport, a Russian passport, I will sue him. I will take a lawyer and try to take my things.
You came to the military commissariat. Who did you talk to, and in what language? And what did you talk about?
In the start or the
Yeah, at the
in the
start.
start, I just asked them that I need a job in the military, and they said this is the things we will give you directly. So I said, where should I be working? They said you will work inside Russia, within the army, Russian army.
And you were told that you'd be serving in Russia?
Yeah, there is one guy inside this place, which is they are doing the documents. I asked them where I should be working. He said inside Russia.
And what language was spoken to you?
The only English language that I found there since I start the military in the first place. A person who have little bit good English, he spoke.
How much money were you promised, and how did they propose to solve your paperwork
No,
problem?
they promised me for giving me a passport and a salary. I will say by dollar, 1,900.
One question for detail. Which kind of passport? Russian Federation?
Russian.
In the RF, the situation in the troops is so bad that in addition to the usual deception with money, which we know about, they also deceive people by promising citizenship of
They
Russia.
told me you have to serve. After that, we will issue that your papers and you will give you monthly payment because they give me a bank card.
What about the passport?
Passport, they told me within days, month, they will issue, but you have to serve, you have to work.
Did you realize you were being lied to?
Me, I didn't know because this is the last stage for me. Either I go back to my country without anything, either I take the Russian passport. So I didn't have something to lose. So I will do the serving.
Do you realize you'd never be given a Russian passport?
Also, if I served the contract 1 year.
That's not possible.
But they promised.
Understand that it's, you were promised, but you know it's a very long official procedure, and what you promised it was false promise.
The procedure for obtaining citizenship is very long, and it starts with obtaining a residence permit. First, a temporary residence permit, and after that, a permanent residence permit. And then after 10 years, it is possible to get a passport, which is a citizenship. You signed a contract in the army. How long was the contract for, and what language was it in?
They said 1 year. Russian.
Which language? In Russian?
The country, yeah, Russian.
Did you understand something Russian?
In fact, the main problem is that in the Russian army, migrants are not legally protected in any way. If a migrant who signed a contract dies in the war, then Russia will silently bury him somewhere, and his family will not receive any payments. He became sad.
As I understand, it's very sad to understand, yeah?
Do you know what pirates are?
Pirates, yeah, the people in my country.
Do you personally know any of the pirates?
No, because they are gangs, you know.
You know what? No, I won't ask now. I'll ask later. How many foreigners were there in the military commissariat?
In the first time, I saw like around plus 20, something like that.
20.
Yeah, 20 and more.
When did you sign the contract?
Last year, December 3.
When were you captured?
7 of January.
Do you know that according to international law, you're a mercenary and you're going to be prosecuted?
I got the idea.
How many years in prison do you think the court will give you?
Exactly, I have to follow the orders of the Ukrainian government.
What did you know about the war before you signed the contract?
They didn't give me the exactly things what I saw. When I saw, I was shocked. I didn't know the exactly things because I thought I will be serving inside Russia, and the military of Russia, they are in the first line, so they need some people in the back. So I didn't expect what I saw.
Before you put on your military uniform, did you know that you were at war in Ukraine?
Yeah,
When did you find out about the war?
I know it's from long back time, 2014.
After the military commissariat, where were you sent?
Second is, they called it, I think, Rostov.
How many soldiers like you were there?
More than 20 also.
There were people from what countries there?
Some of them from Nepal, some of them from Egypt, Tajikistan, Tajik.
Tajikistan.
Yeah, and the other faces I didn't recognize, but I know they are not from Russia.
And the Indians?
Hindus, yeah, there is only 3 Hindus I saw.
Did you communicate with each other? What reasons did they have for going to war?
No, nobody translate for us because there we only follow the orders. We scared we are not following the order, otherwise they will put us in bad situation. So we are following the orders. We not us.
What does it mean to make things worse? What situation?
We talk only about families. We miss our families, and we talk about the future, what we will do. that we will have money and we can help our families. That's it.
When did you realize that you were going to fight full time?
When they took me from Rostov to Stila inside Donetsk, and after that I asked maybe 5 times why I'm here, why I'm here, why I'm here. After that they told me you are in 5th Polygon. In Stila they just give us the guns to training. After that we'll
Stila.
yeah, Stila.
This video is from the training ground. When was it recorded?
I don't remember exactly because I didn't have phone, I didn't have anything, but I remember the place is training for Stila.
Stila?
Training. Yeah.
What does it mean, the Stila? It's something in
City.
Donetsk?
Yeah, city.
Stila around Donetsk?
Yeah, and around Donetsk.
Из Сомали, да? А как зовут?
Я чуть-чуть русский.
Хорошо.
Адиль Мухаммед.
Понятно.
Арбаб Хусейн.
Из Индии.
Индия.
Хусейн Мухаммед. Сирия.
Yeah, the Syrian guy. He know a little bit of
Освобождать террористов. Вот сегодня хорошо, вот сейчас Света
the
скажет слово.
training place.
Ребят, мы на передовую
They
приезжали.
gave us gloves.
Очень было отрадно увидеть вас из других стран, которые приехали защищать нашу родину, нашу страну, нашу Россию. Низкий поклон вам от всех россиян, потому что вы настоящие, мужественные, смелые бойцы, которым мы гордимся вами. Вот, я хочу вручить перчатки вам, вот, на память, как талисманы. А тебе завтра привезем. Почему? Потому что твой размер мы не знаем. Мы только узнали, что сегодня, что ты... Пускай, померяй.
In this video, you look joyful. It doesn't seem like you were tricked into going to a war, as you've been saying.
I was in place I cannot escape. It's a military place covered. We cannot go outside. You cannot go inside. We go inside one time. We go outside one time. And there is a commander seeing us.
You were smiling in this video. This is not natural for a person who does not want to fight.
Because that time I didn't know. I didn't know. I was asking where I'm going. Why should I be training inside Ukraine and like this? After that, nobody's asking me. Nobody's answered my questions. After this video, I knew.
Well, it's a familiar feeling when, having been captured, people say that they're not guilty, that they didn't want to fight. What happened next?
Yeah.
After that, they tell us we are in the 5th Polygon. They took us five people by cars inside Marinka. After that, the commanders came one by one, taking houses, and after that, they'll be captured.
What was your task on the battlefield?
The first line, just go pass from house till house till you get your position. So the commanders there, just we go inside the house, 5 minutes, we have to go another house inside these rockets and drones.
How many people were there in this operation?
All I don't remember because there is so many in these houses and I couldn't count. I only know
10, 50,
no, it's more
100?
because no,
Were the houses already destroyed? Has there already been a war?
yeah.
Gunfires, grenades, artillery?
The weapons.
Yeah.
I didn't see only which is they call it the aftermath, which is ISAM have, and the snipers only.
Why didn't you refuse to follow the commander's orders?
They threaten me I cannot go outside. They say I will kill you.
You know,
So I need my life.
Who was your commander and who said that?
Name of commanders I don't know because they didn't tell us and they speak always in Russian language and we want some translation there. Nobody is translated. And there is another soldiers who have the orders to push us to next houses. They are threatening us.
When did this assault on the village take place?
It's in January.
which date?
January 5, maybe January 4.
Were
Группы
the
были
groups
все,
all made up of
иностранцы.
foreigners?
No, I think foreigner and Russian.
Did you
Ты
see
видел
those
в
killed or
в те
wounded
дни
in those
4-го,
days?
5-го?
Died
Oh.
people.
Yeah,
Yeah,
or
I saw
wounded
that.
people.
Were there many of them?
And outside, not inside the houses, outside.
Yeah, and how many?
I saw only 2
They weren't evacuated?
because it's still war is going on, I think.
Какое
kind of
было у тебя
uniform did you have?
обмундирование?
Normal, I have a vest, helmet, and aruja, and I think 3 magazines only.
Гранат.
Grenade only 1, yeah.
Did you have a medical kit?
Yeah, I have medical kit.
How
Дней
long did this assault
проходил
take,
этот
and
штурм,
what
и что
happened
было
after it?
потом?
I think it's for maybe 4 days because 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 4 days. They are being captured.
During all 4 days, you moved along Marinka? Have you fought?
The first day I was passing from maybe, I don't remember, maybe you can say 7 houses. After that, I stayed in one house 2 days. So 1 day passing, 2 days staying in that house. The 4th day in the morning I been captured.
How was your situation with food and water?
Yeah, a little bit.
A
Not too
little
much.
bit, it's how many?
Yeah,
Little
in
bit.
my bag.
During these days, how many of your soldiers were killed?
I didn't see anybody died in front of me. I'm just running from the
Okay,
rockets.
wounded maybe?
also wounded. I didn't see.
How did you get captured? Tell me how the last hour passed before you were captured.
I was sitting inside house with my another person who I met in the same day I captured. We were sitting. I think my water's finished. After that, I was searching for water, something like that. I found water. I was drinking. After 1 minute, 2 minutes, we are just waiting for commander's orders, what we have to do. Ukrainian soldiers came.
I know there was an injury and an FPV drone.
Yeah, there is one drone came inside the house and passed, bombed the ceiling. After that, it came to my back and I broke my bone in here.
How many of our soldiers took your prisoner? And did you receive medical help?
I think it was 4 or 5, 4. They just see me, I'm not bleeding, I'm not doing anything. But I told them about this one on my leg. They said, you are okay.
Your partner was also captured. Why didn't he shoot? Why didn't he resist captivity?
I don't know, they were speaking Russian, so I didn't know what they are saying.
I got it. Okay. I know that you had problems with your teeth and dentists help you. Well, how do you feel? Are you treated well in captivity? Or is there something you don't like? Do you have any comments to make right now?
Complaint, there is no complaint, but request, I just want good food for me because, I'm Muslim, I don't eat the same food they eat, but I'm necessary to eat the food.
Why did you come to kill us? In order to then demand other dishes for lunch?
In the beginning, I told you that I didn't come here by my idea. Commanders are telling me some orders and I have to follow it. If I didn't follow the orders, I don't know what will happen for me. If I know this situation will happen, I will stay with my family better. I will not go out from Somalia.
This is a comment for the audience. You see, the situation is this. In Somalia, $200 is good money. And we come to a situation where all migrants come here to earn money. I can't comment on what he says. Do you think he's telling the truth or not? Please write it and let us know in the comments. But why should the lack of money in Somalia have any impact on us? The fact that he was deceived is his problem. But I'll ask you to translate to him the most important thoughts that I just said. The problem is that all of them, foreigners, are being deceived. They're deceived by not paying their salaries, they're paid pennies, and when the visa runs out, they start to threaten them with prison. He did not have money to return home, and in Somalia, he was also in debt. How to pay back $900? That becomes the question then. He spent all the money he borrowed, earned nothing, and he simply had no choice. He was deceived at every stage and step of the process. He heard that the Russian army paid $2,000 and thought it was very profitable. He understood where he was going. He knew that he would fight, especially since he had known about the war since 2014. In fact, if he had fought for a whole year, then rounding up the amount, we can say that he would definitely have earned $25,000. What can you buy for $25,000 in Somalia?
I can buy a house, I can buy a farm, I can do business there in Somalia.
As a result, this is the amount that is impossible to earn in Somalia. When you are sentenced to 15 years for fighting against our country, you will serve them and then return to Somalia. Your daughter will be 21 years old. What do you think about that? About her being 21 years old?
It will not happen, I wish.
Кто
Who will
там будет
earn money for your
зарабатывать
family?
деньги, если ты будешь
After all,
сидеть
you will
здесь
be
у
in
нас в
prison
украинской
and your
тюрьме,
wife cannot
если
work.
там
They are waiting for me.
What source of finance your family get money over there in
You know,
Somalia?
relatives, they are coming by, they are asking you need something, give him small amount of money. Maybe they will cut.
I will try to talk about high topics. Oh, I wanted to say very serious topics. Who started this war and for which purpose?
I think it's from Russian side.
Why did they start this war?
I think because some states inside Ukraine, I think inside Ukraine, they wanted to be separated. I think like that.
Separated from
Ukraine, yeah, to be a long country, yeah. Like,
Who will win this war? Can you, as an eyewitness, make a prediction?
till now, I don't know because I don't know the information about the war till now.
Has he seen a map of Ukraine and a map of Russia?
Now,
At all. Geographical map.
the geographic, I know.
Now I want to show him the size of the countries and show him what is happening. This is Russia, and this is Ukraine. Right here, this is Ukraine.
Yeah, Russia is bigger, so too much. But I think this is spaces, empty spaces maybe.
Russia is 33 times larger than Ukraine. Do you know the population of my country and the population of Russia?
No.
Why can such a large country like Russia, with a population of 100 million, not do anything with our country? The population, which is 5 times smaller.
I think this is technical, what they call it, technical war or something like that. There is procedures to do the war, and big people they know. I don't know about it. There's a way to do the war.
I will answer your questions if you have them.
No, thank you so much.
I once again suggest calling him, but he doesn't want to call his family in Somalia. He explains this by saying that they will cry and worry there. I mean, are you sure you don't want to call your family? I'm asking you again.
I will make this worst if I call them.
It's his choice. He can refuse the call, but he needs to be translated and told that he may not have another chance to call his family.
I know.
According to tradition, I want to say my personal comment. I'm like, this doesn't need to be translated. He knows everything and understands everything. He came to earn money. He understood that he would go to war, and this is my feeling, just my feeling, that when he worked at the factory, he knew he would go to war, precisely to Ukraine. He had no choice. He knew he would end up in war. And the fact that he even said at the training ground that he did not know where he was and why he was brought to Ukraine is simply a lie. Yes, Russia, as always, is deceiving. Once again, I understand that people will watch this video. I'm not using abuse. On my own behalf, I would like to say that more and more foreigners began to be captured. I think they will tell approximately the same stories. There are foreigners who are also currently in captivity, but they were associated with crime. When the Russian police find something illegal on a foreigner, for example, drugs or ammunition, they leave him no choice. Therefore, more and more migrants like this are now being captured. They're being captured. I talked to him off camera, and he knows absolutely nothing. Neither the history of your country, nor the Second World War. He knows nothing of it. According to tradition, A captured soldier can turn to his fellow citizens, telling them whether to go fight against Ukraine or not. If you go, why? If you don't go, then explain why you shouldn't come here to fight. It's a free right to address your fellow citizens or not.
They don't know about what's happening outside. They just think about working and receiving money and trying to do business inside Somalia. The Somalis people, they don't think about outside. There are less people, maybe they think about what is happening inside the war.
If they offered to exchange you for some other prisoner, which country would you like to return to?
To go,
Yeah.
I will go back to my country, Somalia.
Why don't you want to return to Russia?
If I go there, maybe they will send me back again.
How will they return you to Somalia if Somalia is not a party to the war?
Me, I don't have idea. Because there is no prisoner of Ukraine people there. They're all African people.
Do you realize that your family will most likely watch this interview?
Yes, I know.
He correctly says that people live in Somalia and do not think about this, what is happening in the outside world. Personally, I don't believe that he ended up in the war by accident. He chose it deliberately. With 100% certainty, I know that he knew that he would fight even before he signed the contract. Perhaps the military registration and enlistment office did not say this directly, but he understood that he would end up in the war. He had no money or guarantees. He was given an agreement to sign in a language that he did not understand. And notice how quickly December 8th, right? On December 8th, he signed a contract, and after 2 weeks at the training ground, he went to the front. On January 7th, on Christmas Day, he was already in captivity. This is, in fact, the first such large interview with a foreigner. But unfortunately, there will be more and more of them. That's it. End of the interview. Thank you.